Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Your mentor, Nako speaking. Welcome to today's free Zoom session. Okay, so in today's Zoom session, we'll be mainly focusing on pro trend and counter trend. So we'll be speaking about how, and you'll be learning about how you can catch your pro trend trades and your counter trend trades. Okay, so just to start off, your pro trend is trading or going with the overall direction of the trend, and then your counter trend is trading or going against the overall direction of the trend. Okay, so um note that you should always focus on structure when you are pro trending or counter trending. When you're taking your trades within those two types of trends, okay? And you should also focus on your overall market structure and your internal market structure, okay? So without further ado, let's get into, let's start with our pro trend examples here, textbook examples, okay? So what we have here is our pro trend example whereby, okay, we have this here. So with your if you're pro with your pro trend trades and your pro trends, you're going to look for your market structure, obviously. So for instance, here we in a bearish order, we in a bearish trend whereby we are creating our lower highs and lower lows, meaning that we are disrespecting our lower lows, creating our break of structure here, and we are respecting our lower highs. Okay, so immediately when you have that, obviously within your order block here or your supply area, you're going to look for your confirmation entries. But then what happens if maybe you don't find any confirmation entries, or you missed the trade? Okay, so you're going to look at that. You're going to look for your pro trend trades. That's where you're going to implement your pro trend trades. Okay, so it's going with the overall trend, or with the overall direction of the trend, which is the bearish, which is the bearish trend. Okay, so for example, this here is going to be our order block. This here is our order block. And also, this here is just a projected view of this order block here, okay? So as you can see here, price tapped us into our order block, and now maybe we missed our confirmation entries. So what you're going to look for now is you're going to look for, and you're going to mainly focus on your structure, okay? So obviously we're in a bearish trend, and we're looking for selling opportunities. So when you're looking for selling opportunities, you're going to look for your selling opportunities at your lower high. Okay, so this here is going to be your high, which has to be respected. Okay, which has to be respected, and your lower lows, which have to be violated every time. Okay, so this is what you're going to have here. You're going to have your break of structures, and here you're going to have your break of structures. Okay, so immediately when price taps you into your order block, you're going to look for your confirmation entries. But then you find that you are somewhere, and then you missed your confirmation entries. You can always look for your pro trend trades, your pro trend entries, okay, whereby you know that we in a bearish trend, whereby we are looking for selling opportunity, selling opportunities. So when price continues to push to the downside, price has to create a bearish order flow. Okay, meaning that we're going to have something like this here, whereby we have your lower high, and we're going to take your selling entries, selling opportunities here, at your lower high, which is your order block or your supply area, okay? And price is going to push to the downside, and your previous lower low is going to be your take profit, okay? And maybe you also missed this one. You're going to also come again and look for your selling opportunities at this lower high again, okay? Whereby price is just going to tap you in and push to the downside, continuing in the overall higher time frame trade, okay? So what happens if price doesn't give you any pro trend trades or even any what you call this confirmation entries? Okay, so price can do something like this. Okay, let me just make an example out of these here. Okay, so what happens when price just shoots down? So you're going to do this if price does that, okay? So price taps you in into your order block, doesn't give you any confirmation entries, nor any pro trend trades, okay? So what you're going to do is that you're going to wait for price to form something like this here, form a lower high and a previous lower low. So if you have something like this, meaning that you're going to look for your trades over here, okay? So price can shoot down like this, and then immediately when price gives you a break of structure here, you can mark that out, and then you can take your trades over this lower high here and push price to the downside until your take profit, which is your higher time frame previous lower low, okay? So that's it for your pro trend trades, and moving on to your counter trend trades, okay? So as I said, counter trend is trading or going against the overall direction, okay? Meaning that now, for instance, we in a beautiful bullish trend here, so we're going to have this break of structure here. And since we're in a bullish trend, we know that we are breaking our higher highs and respecting our higher lows, okay? So immediately when price breaks our previous higher high, we know that it has to pull back and respect our higher low. So for instance, maybe you're in you on the daily time frame, and price just broke your previous higher high. You know that it's going to take maybe close to a week for price to pull back to your higher low. So for you to stay active on the market, you can look for your counter trend trades to push price to the downside to your higher time frame order block, okay, or demand area, okay? So this is going to be your order block. So what you're going to do when price just immediately breaks your higher high, you're going to look for your counter trend trades, okay? So what you're going to look for is this. You're going to look for your change of character or your SMS, okay? So you're going to look for something like this. You're going to look for your break of structure here. And also you're going to look for your break of structure and your change of character, okay? So immediately when you have that, you're going to take your first entry here, okay? Whereby it's your selling opportunities, you're going against the overall trend, meaning that you're going against the higher time frame trend, which is the bullish trend. Now you're looking for selling opportunities towards your higher time frame order block, okay? So you're going to take your entries of your change of character here. So now what happens if maybe price doesn't tap into your change, doesn't pull back to your change of character order block, or it does this, okay? Or it just maybe tends 50% throughout the trend and pushes to the downside, okay? So all you have to do is that you have to react towards the market, okay? So being reactive is vital within the market, okay? So you're going to look for your break of structure here, and you're going to take your selling opportunities here at this lower high here, okay? So for in order for a trade, so you're going to look for your selling opportunities here. So in order for you to move from a bullish trend to a bearish trend, and from a bearish trend to a bullish trend, you need a change of character. Okay, so but then what happens if price doesn't give you a change of character? If price doesn't give you a change of character, it's going to give you an SMS, meaning that if you're in a bullish trend like this, if you're in a bullish trend like this, and price is currently ranging at this area here, and price creates this, okay, so price creates this higher low here, but then price doesn't violate our previous higher high, but then violates our previous higher low, you're going to have something like this. Then you're going to take your selling opportunities of that. Okay, let me just do this. Yeah, okay. So when price creates is in a bullish trend like this, and price creating your higher highs and respecting your higher lows, and price creates your higher low here, but then price does not violate your previous higher high, meaning that you could be in a change, the bullish trend could be coming to an end, meaning that you could be changing to a bearish trend, okay? So this here is going to be your SMS, okay? So this here is going to be your SMS, your shift of market structure, and you're going to take your selling of opportunities off. This here is going to be your break of structure, and you're going to take your selling opportunities of this lower high here and this lower high here, okay? Since price created this break of structure here, okay? So one thing you need to understand is that market structure is vital when you're looking for your counter trends and your pro trends, because if you do not understand how market structure works, you're going to be ish. It's going to be a long story for you, okay? So continuing with this example here, you're going to take your trades, you're going to take your selling opportunities of this order block here and continue with the bearish order flow, just like that, okay? Creating your break of structures and then respecting your lower high here, okay? Respecting your lower high, and price violating our previous lower low and pulling back to our lower high and taking our selling opportunities of this area here, okay? So mind you that now that you know, and now that you know how counter trend and pro trend works, that is that this here, this example here, okay, let me just remove this, okay? So this example here is what's going to happen. For instance, here when price is pulling back to our higher time frame order block, okay? So now you can implement the counter trend and the pro trend within your counter trend, okay? I know that sounds a little bit confusing, but just bear with me, okay? So this is your higher time frame. This is your higher time frame analysis, and price is currently ranging here. Okay, so now you're looking for your counter trend trades. Your counter trend trades is trading or going against the overall direction of the trend. Okay, so the overall direction of the trend is a bullish trend. Okay, now you looking for your selling opportunities to your order block entry here on your higher time frame. Okay, so now within your counter trend bearish order flow, you're going to have something like this here, whereby you have your break of structure and your change of character, but then price unfortunately doesn't go to your order block entry, but then continues to the downside, creates another break of structure, and price fortunately this time it taps us into our order block and pushes to the downside. Okay, so now this here can be your daily chart. Okay, this here can be your daily time frame. Your daily time frame. This here can be your daily time frame, and then this here can be your mainly your 8 hour or 4 hour time frame. 8 hour or 4 hour time frame. But then, so ask yourself now, what do you have to do if maybe price is currently ranging at this area here, is currently in a bearish order flow like this, but then you currently looking for your buying opportunities to your 4 hour or 8 hour time frame order block. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to counter trend again. You're going to counter trend again. Okay, so this here is going to be your break of structure. Okay, this here is going to be your break of structure. So what you're going to do is you're going to counter trend again. So now you're going to look for your buying opportunities towards your order block. Okay, so what you're going to do is that you're going to look for something like this, whereby we have this here, maybe creating an SMS, taking your buying opportunities like that and pushing to the upside. Okay, so maybe a bullish SMS like that, and this here is going to be a break of structure. This here is going to be your break of structure and your order block, and then again your break of structure, and then your order block or your demand area to push price to the upside to your 8 hour or 4 hour time frame order block. Okay, so now this here can mainly be found on your 1 hour, 1 hour or 15-minute time frame. Okay, or your 15-minute time frame, so that you can still be active on the market. So yeah, so without further ado, that's it for the textbook examples for your counter trend and your pro trend trades. Okay, so now let's move and dive deep within the markets. So let me just reset this. Okay, so here we have let me just switch on this. Okay, so here we have gold on the daily time frame. Okay, so now we can see that gold has been on a daily time frame, has been pushing beautifully to the upside, meaning that it's in a bullish trend. Okay, so we have this break of structure here, we have this break of structure here, and we have this beautiful demand area here. Okay, we have this beautiful demand area here, meaning that we could be looking for our buying opportunities here. So like I said, that price could take maybe the longest time for price to come near our demand area. So what are we going to do? We are going to take our counter trend trades. Okay, so let's move to our 8-hour chart. Okay, so this is what we have on our 8-hour chart. Okay, so we can see here we have this, we also have this beautiful break of structure here, and also we have this change of character here. We have this change of character here. Okay, let me just mark that out. We have this change of character here. Okay, so but then now price did not come near our change of character. Let me just move to the daily chart. 12-hour chart. Okay, we'll use this. Okay, price did not come near our change of character supply area. Price just turned and continue pushing to the downside. Okay, as you can see here, this here is going to be our this here is going to be our higher high, and this here is going to be our higher low, and this here is also going to be our higher high. But then now price violated our previous higher low, meaning that now we could be in a changing trend, hence why there is a change of character. Okay, so now price violated our previous higher low and created a change of character. Then price did not come near our supply area, so it created this lower high here and this lower low and this lower low here. So now this could be a potential lower high coming soon. Okay, so now let's mark that out properly. Okay, so now this is what we have. Okay, we have this break of structure, this change of character here, and on the okay, let me just move to the 8-hour chart. Okay, so on our 8-hour chart, we also have this break of structure here. Okay, we have this break of structure here, and we have this beautiful supply area here that had just been spiked out. Okay, so whenever a supply area spikes, whenever price spikes out your supply area, doesn't mean that your supply area is invalid. Okay, if price closes above or below your supply closes above your supply area, that means that your supply area has been invalidated. Okay, so as you can see here, price just spiked us out of our supply area, but then continued pushing down. Okay, so how do we catch these trades, these pro chain trades, when price just spiked us out of our supply area? Okay, let me just push this to the left hand side and look for our trades. Okay, so let's move to our 1-hour chart or our 2-hour chart. Okay, this is the high time frame supply. Okay, so this is what we have here. Okay, we have this beautiful break of structure here, and we have this change of character here. Okay, so now price, we can see that price respected our supply area here and pushed to the downside. Okay, the supply area here and pushed to the downside. Okay, So now this is going to be our confirmation entries, and now next is going to be our pro trend trade. Okay, so now we also have this break of structure here, and price, if you take our golden zone fib, as you can see, the price just turned at our golden zone entry, at our golden zone, and pushed to the downside. Okay, continuing in a bearish trend. Okay, so now what we're going to look for, we're going to be looking for price to violate this low here, this higher time frame low here. But then if you can continue looking for your selling opportunities of gold, whereby we have this break of structure here, we have this break of structure here, and maybe you can look for your selling opportunities somewhere here at this supply area here. Okay, so that's our first example of our pro trend trades. So moving on to NZD-USD. Okay, so on NZD-USD, this is what we have. Let's remove everything. Okay, so on NZD, this is what we have. We can see that here we have this break of structure here, whereby price was pushing bearishly so, and now price had just violated our previous higher, our previous lower high. Okay, our previous lower high. Okay, so that's what we have. Okay, so now let's just add price back here. Let's just replay price back there. So now, since we have this setup, we know that this here is a potential area for our demand zone. Okay, our demand zone. So immediately when you have that, you have this. Okay, you're going to look for your counter trend trades to your demand area. Okay, you move to your lower time frame. You move to your lower time frame. Okay, so as you can see here, price is just is moving bearishly so, but then not giving us what we are looking for. Okay, it's not giving us what we are looking for. So here price created this break of structure, but then did not come near our lower high or our supply area. Okay, so here price also created this break of structure here. So let me just move to the 1 hour chart and see what happens. Okay, now let's play price. Okay, as you can see there, as you can see the price on our 1 hour chart, respected our demand, our supply area here, and price pushed to the downside. Okay, so that's pro trend, that's counter trend number 1. Price pushes to the downside. Okay, as you can see there, again, since price created this break of structure, respected this supply area, and then again price creates this beautiful break of structure, here. And then as you can see, if you place your fib from your low to your high to your low here, price just turned within our golden zone. Okay, within our golden zone. Now let's play price. As you can see, that's now counter trend number 2. And again, price creates our break of structure here. And let's see if we put our fib level from our high to our low. Okay, so price just turns. Price just turns. No. Okay, so price just turns just right below our golden zone area. Okay, so and pushes to the downside. Okay, so now let's move back to our daily chart. Okay, so this is what we have. Okay, so let's just move back to our 12-hour chart. Okay, so on our 12-hour chart, this is what we have, whereby we took our first counter trend trade here, our second one here, and our third one. Price just missed our golden zone with a few pips. Okay, so now price is currently in our demand area, and we're looking for it to push to the upside. Okay, so let's see what we have for NZD CAD here. Okay, so NZD CAD, same thing. If we replay price back here and move to the, okay, so NZD CAD has been moving bearishly, so respecting our golden zone in a golden zone bearish order flow, meaning that price is just respecting our golden zones, pushing to the downside. Okay, so now price tapped in our golden zone, but then maybe you missed this entry. Okay, so now let's look for our pro trend trades. Okay, so let's move to our lower time frame and see what we have. Okay, so this here could be a potential pro trend trade. Let me just see. Let's place our golden zone from our high to our low. As you can see, the price just tapped us into our golden zone. In our golden zone entry, okay? And that's where you're going to take your selling opportunities to push price to the downside, okay? So this here is going to be your break of structure. This here is going to be your break of structure, okay? So now let's play price. As you can see, price there pushes to the downside and smashing our take profit. Okay, so let's just see what price does next. So ultimately right now we have this break of structure here. We have this break of structure here. And now we can look to take our entries of this area here. Okay, so let's just place our golden zone from our high to our low here. Okay, okay, as you can see, the price just taps us in and pushes to the downside. Okay, and pushes to the downside and pushes to the downside, creating another break of structure. Mind you, these are pro trend trades. Okay, so if you missed the higher time frame entry, you can always move to your lower time frame and look for your pro trend trades. Okay, so continuing, so let's just, so we have this break of structure here, and now let's just place our fib level to our low to our high. Okay, so as you can see, the price just taps us in with a zero drawdown trade, or maybe price just missed our entry with a few pips again. Yeah, price just missed our entry with a few pips, and let's see what happens. Price just shoots down and smashing our take profit here. Okay, so yeah guys, that's it for today's Zoom session. As you can see here on NZD CAD, if you missed this, your initial higher time frame entry, you can always take your pro trend trades. Again, here we had 1, 2, and the third one missed our golden zone with a few pips. Okay, so now I'm just going to enable the chat, and you guys can tell me how the session was. Okay, thank you very much for joining, ladies and gentlemen. See you in the next one.